Welcome back to Starseed Dispatch. My name is Starseed, and today I am doing a Starseed daily pick. So, let's see what our Starseed ancestors are telling us today. All right, today we have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. That's crazy. This reminds me of the angel. I've been calling it an angel for my whole life. I'm not sure what it was, but it was illuminated like this in my closet when I was about 4 years old. Her energy was just very beautiful and glowing, and she had flowing clothes on, lots of blue and white and pink and yellow surrounding her. Mesmerizing and scary as shit for a 4-year-old. Probably the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen outside my children being born. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening where you're receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of a spontaneous awakening, and it can be very scary when you're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. This is very important. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, let me tell you, there's nothing glamorous about it. In reality, it is much messier and more difficult than most of us would think that it is. It's probably the most difficult thing that we will go through in our human lives. First, we have to let go of what we think we know for sure, and how we make sense of the world. It was very hard for me to do. It took me about a week of living in awe, even though I asked for the downloads. I asked for the information. But it was that wow factor that just kept me in a stupor, just absorbing it all, if you will. It's not an easy process, and when it's spontaneous, it takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. So you want to ground today. If you're in the midst of an awakening like I am, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. I think I want to pull out my crystal cards. I can't talk today. I want to pull out my crystal cards and see what might benefit you, my beautiful starseeds, along with this inner healing you have to do, accepting it all, awakening. But we're going to find out what crystal or stone here will best help you at this time on your journey. Let's see, I'm trying to pick one I can't see. Okay. Well, get the fudge out. Aquamarine, that's my birthstone. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for the message. This is the crystal for clairvoyance and enhanced perceptions. It's a very psychic, energetic stone. I have one on a braided cord that I wear around my neck. Let's see what this has to say. This is a gateway to the higher realms. It's a very high vibration stone to use, counteracting the forces of darkness and procuring favor from the angels and higher beings. Aquamarine brings unfinished business to a conclusion and ensures closure on all levels. This is when you accept the fact that what you've been conditioned to learn, what you've learned, the way you've been living your life, your whole human life, is not actual. It's not the truth. You need to come to some kind of closure with that so that you can continue on your journey to this higher realm. So this removes extraneous thoughts, filtering information, reaching the brain, and clarifying perception, making it an ideal crystal to support meditation. It also strengthens the intuition and assists in clairvoyance. Aquamarine dissolves self-defeating programs, allowing the soul to be heard. It protects the aura, balances the chakras, and aligns the subtle bodies and facilitates spiritual communication. For the body, this is hormonal, immune, and autoimmune systems. This is good for the throat, the glands, the thyroid, the pituitary, the eyes, jaw, teeth, stomach. For your mind, this encourages self-expression, and it overcomes fear, soothes stress, and clarifies perception. It's the color of green-blue. It's clear to opaque and often small and tumbled or faceted. I do have one. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get it so you can see it real quick. Okay, so this is an aquamarine. I like the rough cut stones. I prefer them over the smooth ones, but whatever you can get, you can get. So this is what aquamarine would look like. It's very powerful, and a lot of the time I use it with the fluorite, which is insane if you really want to do some journeying, divination, clearing your head, getting answers. They're both very beautiful and very powerful, very psychic. So you want to get your hand on some Aquamarine and work with that. It'll help with your transition. And I would also get some fluorite as well. You want to acknowledge the fact that you're going through the spontaneous awakening. This is a true activation. You're integrating into your soul journey. You are doing a shit ton of shadow work, accepting, stepping back a little bit to absorb everything. This is the deepest of the deepest, my friends, but you're going to be fine. Make sure you get this Aquamarine, like I said, and it will help you a lot through this transmission. This is Starseed Dispatch. My name is Sarah C. Thank you so much for watching. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see it, this message was meant for you. Until next time, blessed be. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned in for more Starseed messages right here on Starseed Dispatch, only on YouTube.